We always get excited after a massive flood. The cleanup can be very beneficial to us with depositing lots of materials in many locations. Our neighbor cut down all these trees on this hill for no reason, and now she's paying the ultimate price. Her entire hill is coming down. It's a disaster, natural disaster, completely unnecessary. The day after our secondary river is full of materials, we start to harvest them. We separate all the materials that are in this river. It's harvest time for us, and it is quite beneficial to us because the materials are very clean and very well separated. We get sand, gravel, topsoil, and compost, lots of twigs and sticks. So there's lots of material for us to harvest, which is a real benefit.
So after every storm, our secondary river gets all this beautiful material. There's lots of, like I was doing a test here. That's full of leaves, full of energy. So we basically harvest all that and put it in the garden. So we're actually excited when there's a normal storm, because a normal storm will bring us all kinds of organic material and life, and lots of gravel. We have lots of gravel that always shows up, which is fantastic. So this is basically the energy of our garden, is when it rains and all these materials come in here and fill up these areas, because they're a little bit slower flowing. So that makes a big difference that they're not fast flowing. So all these leaves and all these materials, they settle here, which is fantastic. Okay, molds for us in the garden, it's very similar to something that's gone through a wood chipper. It's got topsoil and sand and leaves. We find the occasional worm in here, and this stuff is very powerful. It decomposes very quickly. So what we do is we basically put it right straight on the garden, and everything grows in this stuff. We mix it with some sand, some things that we have here in the settlement basins, and it saves our day, this, because we're so far away from anything. We need to use these materials that are local for us, and we try to get this work done very quickly, because we have lots of living life in this material. So we try our best to get the river running again so that it's not killing anything. Okay.
This meter-long snake, for example, depends on us to get this river running again. It's really important for us to respect these animals and get their habitats running again. We have to clean the river, otherwise it gets clogged up. We have no choice in that matter. So sorting the different materials is the biggest job. We basically pick out all the woods and the sticks and branches and heavier materials that are organic, put them on a pile. Then we get to the sands, the gravels, and here we're cleaning out our smallest pool, which is always full of completely clean, washed sand and gravel. Our harvest list is quite extensive, quite beneficial to our gardens and to our construction efforts. All these materials that come out of here are used for different projects. It helps intensively. All this separation of material is based on the speed flow rate of this tiny river that goes through here. The faster it is, the different materials get separated. Slower flowing areas will have sand and compost. Faster flow areas will have rock and gravel. So there is a beautiful separation that takes place, which is entirely beneficial to us to help us